We recommend you all take a very deep breath, count to 78 billion, and see if you feel better. According to the Harvard professor overseeing the $700 billion bailout, our government overpaid by 78 billion, not million, billion dollars its first round of investment into failing banks. That's right, the Treasury spent $254 billion to buy assets worth about $176 billion. Now, the $78 billion figure for the overpayment is based on estimates. We're going to have the exact number tomorrow night. But now the obvious questions are we nuts to think our government can handle the massive amount of money left in the bailout fund, or the hundreds of billions that will likely be part of the upcoming stimulus package? Are we joining us?
The answer is so obvious.
Former Senator Rick Santorum joins us. Are we nuts?
Don't put these people behind the wheel of a car. I mean, this is just example number one of why government should not be in this business, why we should not have done this bailout, why we should not have done the auto bailout, why we should not do future bailouts that the Obama administration is contemplating, because these people do not have adult supervision. They don't know what they're doing. They aren't in the marketplace, and that's the problem. The market isn't valuing these assets. Government's calculating what them is, and they're making mistakes.
But it's like there's some red flags to me. I mean, more than anything, we all want to work out. We all do. We're all good Americans want all this to work out, but we can't even count votes in this country. We still don't know who the senator is from Minnesota. I mean,
Wilson, we got 5,000 more absentee ballots counted.
I mean, look what happened in Florida in 2000. We can't count ballots. If we can't count ballots, how do we count these billions and now trillions? I mean, it's almost the point where they must think we're this crazy, the members of your former colleagues.
It's remarkable the size of the package we're talking about. We're talking about a package that is bigger than the economies of all but 11 countries. I mean, think about that. The package of spending being proposed is bigger than the economies of over 160 countries. And this is what we're proposing to borrow every single penny of it to give to the government to spend on, I mean, incredible things. I mean, we're talking about, maybe good things. Pell Grants. Well, Pell Grants are a good thing, but how is that a stimulus?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I think that, look, I'm all in favor of whatever it takes to fix the economy, but when I look at this and go through and think, since Monday, they really figured this one out. 4 days. I'm a little bit skeptical. I mean, so this is the first part that's scary to me. That's the first part that's scary to me.
Yeah.
The second part is when I hear that a lot of the spending is like several years off, when I think we need this help now.
Yeah.
I mean, which is...
Well, let's look what this bill really is. What this bill was. What I said right after the election, I wrote a column right for the Philadelphia Inquirer. I said we're going to have an opportunity to see whether Barack Obama will be a leader or whether he will be led. And example one, unfortunately, was a stimulus package, and he is being led. He's being led by Nancy Pelosi and the group. They put the bill together. Barack Obama didn't put this bill together.
I know it's not his bill, but like, what's his role? What should he be doing?
Well, he is the guy that won the election. He's the guy that led to get the large majorities in the House and Senate, and he needed to step up and take leadership role and write the bill and say to the appropriators, no, we're not going to put all the projects that you couldn't get into the last 12 years when the Republicans controlled things and throw them in and hope that they'll hide in this massive bill that we now have all this momentum. Look,
why didn't he do that? If that's such a good idea, why? I mean, if in your opinion, why wouldn't he do that?
The old line, he screwed up, he trusted us. I mean, I think Obama trusted the House and trusted the leadership in the Senate that they would put together a responsible package, and that he would his job would be go out and use the immense popularity he has just to jam it through, and figured that the Republicans, cowering under his popularity, fractured and broken, which is certainly we were after this election, would simply, just fall apart enough to go along. The problem that Obama just didn't figure out is that the Democrats, as they always do, overreached. They just went crazy and threw everything and the kitchen sink in the bill, and now he's out defending an indefensible package, and the leadership on the Hill is not responsible enough to fix it.
Well, I mean, I don't. If it works, that's great. I'm happy. But the only thing is that
it can't work.
Well, I know. I'm skeptical when I say that it's going to be spending 4 years from now, whatever.
What Lindsay
when we need help
right.
now.
I mean, there's more spending in the fourth year than in the first year. I mean, this cannot work to get the economy going. It just can't work.
So why are these good, smart senators up there, the Democrats? They're a lot of good ones. I've known them for years. Why are they going along? If you and Senator Graham say this is so insane, and I must admit that I think there are a lot of weird aspects to this myself. I mean, because it's not going to happen for several years.
I think you're seeing a lot of Democrats behind the scenes who are screaming at their leaders right now, certainly moderate Democrats.
Is that why they all went home and didn't burn the midnight oil?
Yeah, no, this thing is falling apart. I mean, they cannot get enough Republicans. They have done us being Republicans a huge favor by making this so bad that the public is now so turned against it. It makes it easy for us to oppose, and that's why I guarantee you the majority of Harry Reid's caucus is furious at the leadership for having put together such a package.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, the interesting thing is they do have the votes, but
they don't have the votes. 60 votes to get it passed, and that's the problem. They needed 1 or 2 Republicans, and they just don't have them.
So you don't think it's going to pass?
That is not going to pass. I think something will pass, but it's going to be a radically different bill than that if they're going to get any number of Republicans. They might be able to pull 1 or 2, but to get any sizable Republican vote, it's going to be dramatically different and smaller than that package.
Senator, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Up next.